everyone, I'm Angela Gordon and we're here at AfroCannes 2022 and we are celebrating filmmakers from the diaspora and we're sharing their stories, women filmmakers, and we're sharing the stories with the world here in Cannes. And I want to introduce two fabulous women filmmakers, Fatma Naib and Filson Ali. They're both from Mothers of Rinkeby film, and want to find out a little bit about their journey and their story and the inspiration for them creating this movie here. So who wants to go first?
I can start. Well, this documentary film called The Mothers of Rinkeby, when I was tasked by Al Jazeera English, whom I used to work for, to make a documentary film about a marginalized community in Rinkeby. Rinkeby is it's in the suburb of Sweden, and they wanted it to be about specifically Somali community.
Okay.
And I took that task on, and for me it was important to make sure that we make the film with the right team.
Right.
The right team that can understand the community. And I'm originally from Eritrea, grew up in Sweden, so it was critical for me to find a Somali director to make this film, and we did.
And it's very important to have integrity in the movie, and especially in telling our stories, because there are so many stories that are being told and so many stories to be told through the diaspora, including us, about us, by us, and for us. And in order for that to be done, we have to tell our own stories. It cannot be sent to Hollywood for them to make it what it's not.
Yeah.
So it's important, and we're very fortunate that you've been able to do that. So Filson, tell us a little bit about your inspiration, your involvement. You've done the post-production of the film, and then I'm going to go back to you. But tell us a little bit about your role in putting together the film.
Well, I'm very happy that I came across Fatma and then became part of the team. But we came in as a post-production, my husband and I, who owns Camera X. And it was a collaboration. It was a really collaboration, because as a producer, she allowed us to have a space and discuss this. So even though I have the same origins as the director, but my husband doesn't. So it was really good to hear everybody's story, and also how to humanize them, so everybody could be relatable. So it was long days. Sometimes we disagree, sometimes we agree, but at the end of the day we found clips that fit everyone.
And that's what's important, because it is a collaborative effort. I mean, it's not just, a lot of times when stories are being told, the story is completely different from what was actually written on the paper, but the essence of the story in the end comes together.
Yep.
So just, Fatma, talk to us a little bit about the production process in terms of collaborating with the writer, getting the vision, getting the funding, in any order.
With this film, because it's a documentary film, we didn't have any issue with the budget.
Okay.
Because the Al Jazeera English gave us the full freedom to come up with the storyline. They were specific about that it was supposed to be part of a series called This Is Europe.
Okay.
And in each country, they focused on a community. And in Sweden, they wanted to do it on Somali community from Rinkeby. So for me, I had the easy job in terms of I didn't have to worry about the budget, and we had to work on the actual story.
Okay, focusing on the story.
Yeah, to put it together, and the director, it's his film at the end of the day, and we're supporting him and making sure that, and it was very collaborative, and that's what I loved about this film, because he had a vision, and before he came on board, we had already researched the story, so we knew a lot about what it is that we wanted to do. But during the post-production, exactly like Filson said, Filson, Daniel, from Camera X, Filson's husband, we were all having discussions, every day. So to kind of change how each character is going to be portrayed, how do we want the ending, and this is something that to me was such a beautiful process. And also during the filmmaking, we kind of also learned more about ourselves and the different stereotypes that we all have, despite being minorities. Still, you have your own stereotypes that you have about certain communities, certain people in general. So it was beautiful to kind of confront that and to be able to have an open mind to address it and then be fair to the people that allowed us to come into their community and resulted in this multi-award winning film that they loved, the community loved. Until today, they screen it within the community, and it gave a good portrayal of the heroes in the community, the mothers and the women in the community that are doing their best to help their children and youth.
Speak to us a little bit more about the mothers. You know, when you approached them with the project, what were their concerns? What were they excited about? What was the preparation that was involved with that, and getting the mothers ready as documentary film stars, film heroes?
It was not easy because, you know, with films, everything doesn't always fall into place.
Right.
So initially we had interviewed a completely different set of mothers.
Okay.
And they all backed down days before. Yeah.
Really?
Because, and I fully understand them, because they have not always had the fair portrayal in the media, and they were not sure. It's an issue of trust. And it was not easy to gain that trust. So with the new mothers, there was a lot of work that was done before started filming to kind of like show the trust, and also during as well. We had, and I think going back to representation, it reassured them a lot to know that the team, you have Somalis in the team, you have Afro-Swedes, females in the team, so it made it a lot easier. We were diverse Swedes as well, native Swedes within the team. That diversity gained their trust as well.
Yeah, it's very important to have the trust, especially when you're doing documentaries, because sometimes people feel like they're exploited, and they feel like you're using them and you're not telling their story authentically, and people feel bitter about that. And you want people to feel good about that and have pride about that, and that you were able to create that relationship with the mothers and gain their trust and earn their trust with the second group of mothers is very significant, and it's very important, and you know, it's something that carries a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Carries a lot of weight.
I think we did it was hard, it was long, but I think we did a fair job representing them. So
what was your biggest challenge in terms of post-production?
working with the director. Because director always have a vision, and then you're trying like to talk to him out, like how. So I think that was the challenge, but at the end of the day we became a family. So I think, and that kind of allowed us to be very open about our prejudice, and also how to work on it, and then realize that. So I think
a lot of times, like directors, I mean, I'm a director too. A lot of times we're connected to, you know, we're attached to our work, and so you know, you need a third party, a third person, an independent eye, like yourself, to be able to come in and sift through like a lot of the extra stuff that we think is needed, but it's not necessarily essential to the story. So talk to us a little bit about your film festival experience. Talk to us about, tell us about your film festivals. What was your favorite festival? Tell us about some of the awards that the film has won. It's very highly acclaimed.
Yeah, the film won several awards, and it was, we were all very thrilled and happy. And we couldn't attend. It was in New York, actually.
Which festival?
It's a New York Film Festival.
New York
Film Festival. I think it's in LA. The award is probably in LA. But it's New York Film Festival.
Okay.
And it's we were very excited, but we couldn't attend the actual ceremony. But the mothers were really happy, and we did have a special screening for all the mothers in Stockholm. And people came, and people were really happy to meet them.
Wow.
Because for a lot of people, it's their first time meeting people from the community, and especially mothers. You know, so it was a good experience for all of us, and and being here in this festival has also been a great experience in trying to continue with the theme, you know, because Filson has a new film that it's in development, and we can't give too much away. But it is along the same line, ensuring that representation, a perspective, and Filson might want to say a few words about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think
talk to us a little bit.
I think just like Fatma said, I mean, representation is very important, and I think that's the only way that you can tell authentic stories.
Right.
So I think that's all I can say about it.
So what other festivals was your film in?
This one, to be honest, right now it's like out of my mind. But it's I think the AIB in the UK. And this is the one that we can pick up. But we haven't attended any of the actual awards because remember this happened after like not too long after
COVID,
COVID happened, Yeah.
It's nice for everybody to be able to be back after COVID.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
what's
yeah.
next for you ladies?
Well, actually, like Fatma said, we are working on our future film.
On your film?
Yeah,
Okay.
my film. So
Okay.
we are developing. It's under development. So, and do you want to say?
Documentary, narrative?
It's a fiction. It's a
Fiction?
fiction
Okay.
drama. It's
Okay.
a youth drama, perspective of the youth in Sweden.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's going to be a feature film. Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'll be looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
Are there any other words of wisdom that you would like to leave with us, with AfroCannes Day, for people to kind of take away? We'll start with you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just came in, so I'm just trying to.
Like in the previous sessions, it's important to find this community and help each other out because it's knowledge is free and exchanging knowledge because you may know someone that can help with recipe design, producing. To me, I've learned that it's been incredible, and it's also about the community and the camaraderie, sisterhood, because I'm here to support people, and I'm honored to be given the opportunity to actually work on my first feature film. So it is about that, trying to help each other out in any way we can.
Right, and getting the truth out, getting the real narrative out about what's happening with people. A lot of times there's so many different stories that, you know, you get the narrative in Sweden, you get the narrative in the United States, and they're also, you know, they're all different stories, but everybody is connected.
Yeah.
So we always want to be able to keep the truth in the forefront, particularly in documentary stories. Do you have anything that you'd like to add?
Actually, I don't. Thank you for having me.
I want to say thank you so much. It's been a privilege and an honor to be able to speak with you ladies and for you to be able to share your story and your experience in getting your film made and getting your story out to the world. So thank you again.
Thank you.
Fatma Naib, Filson Ali, and I'm Angela Gordon with AfroCannes, and thank you so much on behalf of AfroCannes Day and your news consulting and Cannes 2022. Au revoir.